divided by 2-digit problems. And we're not going to do all of these, but we're going to do a few of them together, okay? Because I want you to have time to practice some problems that we have to round the divisor, because that's what you're going to have on your exit ticket. And the homework page that I copied off for you, you can skip count by every single divisor. So it's not really giving you good practice for what you're going to do on the exit ticket. So we're going to do these two problems together, and then we'll look at the rest of them, okay? First of all, I'm noticing something here. So I'm just going to skip down. Looks to me like I've got 302 divided by 10, and I saw somebody do this in block 1, and I almost passed out. Why did I almost pass out?
You don't need to cross off the 0. You don't need to do that.
You can't cross off the 2 because it's not a 0. But you're on the right track, whoever said that. You're going to move the decimal. So your decimal is where? At the end. How many places are you moving it?
1.
What's the answer to this problem?
3.
Okay, you can go ahead and write that. Just a little review of the decimal trick, okay? All right, let's go back up. So, what are the 3 things we need? We need to estimate, we need to write the problem, and we need an area for guess and check. Can we guess and check along the outside edge of the paper somewhere? Okay. Or, if this isn't enough room for you, you can always turn it over and write it on the back. And do your 3 columns on the back. Okay? So, I'm going to write the problem. 764 divided by 54. Everybody write it. Then we'll do all the skip counting and everything else somewhere else. Okay, I'm thinking I should round this. What do you guys think? Okay. What should I round it to? 50. So what will we skip count by? 5s. I forgot to check something. Anybody know what I forgot to check? Aiden.
54 can go to 76.
Does it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so put your box around it. All right, so we're going to skip count past 76 by 50s. But really, it's just skip counting by 5s, isn't it? And we might have to go higher later, and that's okay. So are you writing all this? Because this is not optional. All right, so can I fit 54 in there twice? No. So what's it going to be at the top? A 1. Where do I write the 1?
On top of 6.
Okay. So I don't really need to go over here and write 54 times 1, do I? Isn't that kind of pointless? We already know the answer. What is it? 54. So everybody write it. And you've got one similar to this on your exit ticket. Okay, now I'm going to subtract. I better pull a stick here. Estrella, can you help me subtract, please?
6 minus 4 is 2. And then 7 minus 5.
Good. And is 22 less than 54?
Yeah.
Now, somebody thought they were done. Am I done?
No.
I have to bring down the 4. Okay? And now it looks like I've got to skip count all the way to past 224. So that's going to be 5, 10, go to 25, and add your zeros. What do you think? Yeah. Okay. You know what I'm thinking? Why wasn't I thinking about, I could use this area for my guess and check and all that, and checking the problem, couldn't I? Yeah, so I'm just going to do that. Okay, so which number, pulling a stick, which number is closest, not here, Bentley, which number is closest to 224?
200.
So we're going to try a 4. And here's how I know. I'm trying to circle it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to try a 4. What do I take times 4? Pulling the stick. Heisler, what do I take times 4? 54 times 4. Did the 4 work? Did I multiply right?
I think so.
Okay. So, Janae, where do I write the 4?
Above the 4.
Good. And what do I write, Kinley, below the 224?
216.
216. And it looks like my subtraction involves borrowing. So, Marlene, help us subtract, please.
You cross out the 2, and you put a 1, and you bring the 1 to the 4.
And so we've got what minus what? 14 minus 6 is 8. Okay, is 8 less than 54?
Yes.
All right, get your highlighter. So you're going to highlight the divisor, the quotient, and the remainder. And I'm going to pull a stick so someone can tell me what my multiplication problem needs to be as a death. What should I write over here when I check the problem? Divisor times.
14.
Okay, go ahead and do that. And then we're going to add 8 when we're all done. Is this turtle head multiplication? You don't have to write the turtle head, but you do have to do X's and O's. Oh, that's nice. It's the 216 we just had. 216, 216, 216. How many of you want to make a guess on what the next number is going to be?
224.
540?
No.
Oh, 224 was what we got when we subtracted. I'm adding. It's looking good.
That's
I
right.
got it.
And then you add your remainder.
Yep. And if that is correct, can you write your remainder and circle your answer? Make it easier for the teacher to grade. Okay. Now the next one is similar to the second one on your exit ticket, actually. So I want to make sure and do that, and then I'm going to let you work with partners for a few minutes, okay? All right. So what are the things we need? Well, we've got to estimate. Putting it up here. We've got to write the problem. Oops. We'll have to skip count and guess and check. All right, should I round this divisor?
No.
Yeah. Because we don't know what's coming next, okay? We can see the 89 and figure that out, but we might need to skip count farther. So, will 44 fit into 89? Put your box around it. I bet you already did. So we have to skip count past 89. And Jonathan said we're going to choose 80. So that means I'm going to try a, what? 2. Gio, what do I take times 2?
44.
We could probably do that in our heads.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
really close.
Very close. So Catherine, where do I write the 2?
How about your 9?
Good. And Lily, what do I write below 89?
You write 88.
88. And that's a nice, easy subtraction problem, isn't it?
Yep.
Is 1 less than 44?
Yes.
So I can bring down my 7. Now I want everybody to put your pencil down on this one. Okay? Everybody put your pencil down. So I'm going to ask a question. Which number over here where I skip counted is closest to 17 without going over 0? So it's okay if you write a 0. Or if you know it's smaller than any of them, You don't have to write the 0, but you have to know that 0 goes at the top. And then somebody said, but then what do I do with the 17? Well, if I do this like I'm used to, what do I do with the 17?
It's your remainder.
It's my remainder. So I'm going to add it in at the end. Now, once you highlight, let's talk about how to successfully multiply 44 times 20, the easiest way possible. Okay, so I'm going to pull a stick. I've got 2 or 3 left. Aiden, what do you think I should do?
Take off the 0 from the 20 and then add it back on at the end.
Good. And we've been writing it over to the side, haven't we?
Yeah.
Okay. Got that idea from Miss Indy. And then I'm going to add what?
17.
That's right.
And it's right. So the second one on your exit ticket, do you want to put a star by that?
Sure.
I have a feeling when you skip count, you should include 0 at the top. Okay? Now here's what I want you to do. I think there are 2 problems left. Plus you have all those problems on the homework page that's on the back of what we did yesterday. Okay? So I'm going to give you partners, and I'm only going to pause this because when it's time to do the exit ticket, I want to get you started. Okay? All right. So let's make partners. All right, so let's take a look at this. This is the exit ticket. Nothing's really changed. So let's start the first problem together.
Are we gonna do the box?
Do we need to do the box here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we sure do. And what about the 19? What would be easiest to do here? Round it. So what will we round it to?
20.
Okay, get that much written down. Bentley, you can finish that later, kiddo, if you're wanting to try that. Can you look at your exit ticket, please? Okay, so I've got to skip count past 41. That's not too hard, but I might have to go farther to finish it. Okay? So what number is closest? What is it? 40. So Slade, if I try a 2, what will I take times 2 in the guess and check?
19.
19 times 2. You guys think you can finish that one from there?
Yes.
Okay, put your pencils down for a minute. I don't know if you remember or not because it was the beginning of math class today. So make sure your pencil is down, okay? But I gave you a little hint, said you should probably, when you skip count over here, start with what number?
0.
Oh, good memory. So when I skip count here, start with 0. Okay? All right. Think you can handle it? Make sure you put your name on that exit ticket, please. And if you finish, you can work on IXL.